A man has been rushed to the hospital after diving into the James River and hitting his head on rocks. People standing nearby were able to pull the unconscious man to nearby rocks. Firefighters then pulled the man to shore by a rope system.
Well, 11 years. Wow. It's pretty wild to think about. So I was hurt on August 11, 2011. This is 11 years later. Man, it's wild to think about how far I've come in 11 years. It makes me happy, it makes me proud. But this is a pretty special anniversary just because of everything that has happened. And the anniversary video we did last year for 10 years was super special. Charisma put that on with Armando and a bunch of friends and family. Just kind of talking about the past decade and what it has been like, and people shared how proud they were of me, which, you know, makes me feel so much better.
I love you, babe. Aww. I love you. Aww. Do you have anything you want to say?
I can't speak right now.
It's okay. It's okay, babe.
I don't know, it's been a long 10 years.
You don't have to say anything if you don't want.
It's been a good 10 years. I'm happy.
I'm happy too. I love you.
So this year I thought it would only make sense to express my appreciation for all those people that were in my life and are in my life today. So I have a few people I want to just thank. The first would be my community back home. It was pretty wild seeing at the time how a community could really band together to help a person and a family, really. Because there were a lot of things that had to be figured out after my injury. And it was a lot for my parents, because my parents just had to focus on, you know, me for the most part, and like making sure I'm healthy and I'm going to make it through the hospital and I'm going to find the right place to do my rehab. And so my community stepped up in a big way to not only financially support, but also to figure out, like, are we going to get an elevator put on the house? Where do we find a lift system that'll get coal into their house? Figuring out all of these things that my parents could focus on me, and that made such a huge difference. And not just like financial and logistical support, but also emotional support. I actually kind of became known in my rehab hospital as being the guy who got so much mail. Because I kid you not, every day they were dropping off 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 letters from people back home, just giving me encouragement and trying to motivate me and like showing me that I'm not alone in this new world that I've been thrust into. And that made such a huge difference for me. It really, really did. And I continue to receive that kind of support, and I'm so grateful for it. What we do on social media, on YouTube, in the comment section, on Instagram, you all's support goes a very, very long way as well, because, you know, there are still hard days, even 11 years later, and having support from a community as large as we are now, and the support back in those days from my community at home really, really made a huge difference. I also want to thank my friends who, even after my injury, stuck around. They treated me the same as before my injury. That's one of the hardest things, I think, to cope with after an injury, is how people start treating you differently. Not just that, but also would make the extra effort to involve me in things, when at the time it definitely was extra effort. Like, I wasn't driving myself, so they'd come and get the big conversion van and we'd drive out and do things, and they'd have to bump me into people's houses that weren't accessible. And it gave me somewhat of an experience that I thought that I would have lost after my injury. And I'm super grateful for that. And for the friends who are still around, you know who you are. Love you guys, and girls. Thank you very much. Y'all are basically family to me. So thank you. Thank you very much. And speaking of family's also been a huge part of this. I first want to thank my new family, the Jamesons. I absolutely adore all of them, and I feel so lucky to have found a family who accepted me from day one. You know, they've always been so supportive of me, of Charisma, of our relationship, They've always been a joy in my life. I feel super blessed and fortunate to have amazing in-laws and an amazing extended family. I'm so happy about that. To my brother, I freaking love you, man. Clint, you're an amazing brother. I couldn't ask for a better brother. Ever since the first day, you've remained steadfast in my life. I'm glad to say that we're as close as we were even before. I know you've gone through a lot of neck breaking in your life, between mom breaking her neck twice and then me breaking my neck. And you're just like the best equipped person to handle neck break in the family ever. I appreciate you, man. I really do. I know that you made sacrifices for me, which I just will always appreciate and be grateful for, like staying with me for a whole year at college, like putting your life on hold. That was really a beautiful thing, and it allowed me to, have that time to start growing into myself and establish myself in a whole new world beyond high school, that was a huge step for me, and you were right there to help me along that path, and that I'm so grateful for that. I also appreciate how since the beginning you've always been there to pick me up, literally. Whether that's just like getting on the couch, getting me out of my chair onto the couch, or even when I've gotten into an accident when I was learning how to drive, and you picked me up out like a fireman, threw me over your shoulder and got me out of there. You've said from the very beginning, he ain't heavy, he's my brother. And I appreciate that sentiment. I know I am heavy, so I appreciate all the times that you lifted me and helped me do these things that I've wanted to do over the years. So thank you for that. You're an amazing brother. To my dad, thank you for being the glue that our family needed. There were really, really tense times over the course of the beginning and the ensuing few years. It was a lot to handle. I was very young and angsty, as a lot of teenagers are, I know that. And you stayed there to be the family's glue and help us navigate all of that and still, keep our love through all of that when, that can be a challenge with all of these obstacles. You were the glue, and our family needed that. And I know that you did that despite being hurt. I know how much you hurt. I think every family needs that person. You were that person for us. So thank you. And I know that you had to shuffle things with your job so that you could work from home and be around to assist if mom couldn't or needed respite. And always encouraging me to live the best and most full life that I could. Even to this day, every time I call you on the phone, you're like, hey, I know we went tubing, but now we got to get on the jet ski. You're always talking about, let's do this, let's do that. And that kind of energy has helped me embrace life. And I needed that because I wasn't sure about life anymore. So thank you for being the glue. Thank you for doing what you needed to do to make sure our family stayed together, was supported, and thank you for being a motivational rock for me. That was really important. And to my mom, goodness gracious, where do I start, Mom? Oh man, we've had quite the run. For those who don't know, my mom, the moment she got the phone call, not even that I was paralyzed, just that I had been injured. She didn't even know what happened, but she heard what did happen described to her from my friend, and she knew immediately I was paralyzed. And right after that phone call, she called her boss and said, I'm not coming back into work. And that was it. And she hasn't worked since that day. A little bit about my mom, she was all about her work, and she was really good at her work. So that was a huge sacrifice for her, for you, Mom. It was a huge sacrifice, I know that. And you knew that you had to make that sacrifice, and you didn't hesitate, and that's pretty remarkable. From the first day, you were an animal when it came to my care. You didn't take any crap. When things were denied me, you fought so hard for me. You were my mama bear, and And when I'm 16 and powerless and other people are hurting and aren't capable of doing that, you stepped up in a huge, huge way. I've met so many people who had a hugely difficult time at the beginning of their injury because they didn't have someone like you to help figure all this stuff out and fight every single day. And I'm so grateful. Having someone who does that for you is invaluable. You are invaluable to me. You've also been the ultimate supporter and teammate. We pretty much did everything together in the first 5 years after my injury. Literally, we went to meetings together. You'd drop me off here. We'd go to work out together. You'd help out in every facet of my life. I mean, we were together all the time. We were teammates. And it was great to have someone who could help me navigate the world. Like I said about Quint and about Dad, you were that, but even more so because you were so involved with my life every step of the way. Whenever there were times where I started feeling down and I started just getting frustrated with my position, you were that person that reminded me how capable I am, how powerful I am, and that I can do these things that I want to do. I hope I've made you proud. Thank you for your encouragement. And thank you for reassuring me that I could do these things, because I still have doubts. And I know that you all, everybody in my life, is supporting me. So thank you. And to my wife, I would not be here today without you. You have been an incredible source of inspiration, discovery, encouragement, intimacy, everything for me. And I feel more myself today than I have since my injury, because you've helped me figure out who I am and do the things I want to do. I have so many skills that I've discovered being your partner, your teammate now. Whether it's making videos, editing, going out and about, trying a million new things with you. You are my teammate now, and I couldn't be happier about that. You've also helped me discover my independence again. Mom tried to get me to do a lot of the things that I just didn't end up doing. And now that we're together, I went ahead and took all those things upon myself to finally accomplish them. And I think that we have become the best versions of teammates for each other that we can be. Of course, there's always room for growth, and I can't wait to continue growing with you because I feel our future is so bright, and that makes me so happy. You've been the ultimate teammate, and I couldn't thank you enough. I love you. I feel so blessed to have had amazing people in my life, an amazing support system. I don't do this alone, and I couldn't have done this alone. I needed all of that support. For people out there who have a friend or know a family with someone who has just sustained an injury, support is the biggest thing. And I know that it can be so hard figuring out how to support someone going through that, because it is so different and such a personal journey for every single person. I would just encourage you to be present. Just be there for the ups, be there for the downs. Encourage them to find new ups. If they want to try something new, be with there and be supportive. Say, let's do that. Let's go for it. Just be motivating and be encouraging and be present. That's the biggest thing you can do. And when there are the down days, let that person go through it, because they need to. They need to process those emotions. They need to digest all of that, and it's healthy. So just be present, be encouraging. As time passes, that person will find a better place, and you'll be there for them still. None of us could do this without support, and so to all the people who have supported me over the years, thank you so much. This is a special anniversary. It's my golden year. And I think the future is bright. I can't wait to see what will happen by my next anniversary. Thank you.